Hello everybody, I'm live. How are you, proud to party peeps? I don't know if anybody's here. If you are, make sure you comment below. I want to know who's here, who's watching. Share with people in our group. Share with people who've been thinking about Scentsy. What's up? So I'm sitting in the pickup line at school for the boys. It's one of their last days today, and then Wednesday next week will be their last day of school. And I've got a few minutes, so I thought I would hop on and give you guys some tips and tricks on how to get some new customers for your business. I had one of our team members ask me today, and it's a very, in fact, there she is, hi Kelly. It's a very common question I get all the time. I'm not having a lot of luck, I'm not meeting new people, or I'm handing out a ton of samples and whatnot, but I'm just not able to close the deal. I'm not getting any sales, I'm not getting any bookings, even though I'm talking to a lot of people and handing a lot of stuff out. So I just wanted to give you guys a few tips that I had given her, and hopefully they will help for you. And it's a lot easier to say them than type them. So the first one is, if you're handing out samples and you're talking to people and you're going out into public places and you're meeting new people and you're giving them stuff and they're like, oh cool, thanks, and then you never see them again. It happens a lot. And the key to that is drawing slips. You've got to use those drawing slips, and before you say goodbye to them, or while you're talking about Scentsy, while they're excited and interested, say, oh, by the way, I have an email newsletter. Would you like me to add you to my mailing list? And that can be an easy, not so scary way to ask them for their information. I don't want to just say, hey, give me your email address, would you? I want to call you later, or I want to message you later. That can be a little intimidating, and people are a little weary if you're asking about their personal info. But if you are helping them get something that they might want, so are you interested in my email newsletter? I'd love to get you on my mailing list. Oh yeah, sure. Okay, well now I'm going to fill out your drawing slip, and maybe they'll give you some other info too. Another great way when you're talking to complete strangers is to ask them if they know anybody that might want to get their friends together and earn some free Scentsy. Do you know anybody else that would like Scentsy for free? Do you know anybody that would like to host their friends for a fun night out? I'm looking to fill a few dates on my calendar, and I just wondered if you knew anybody. Again, it's an indirect way to ask them to if they're interested in the business without directly asking them. So some of us, including me, are very nervous to ask and to talk to people and to be very direct. If you can be direct, great, just ask them. But some of us need an excuse to get there and a reason to get there. So I like to beat around the bush a little bit, so to speak. And you can just ask them, you know, do you know anybody that might be interested in doing this, or might be interested in starting their own business, or maybe could use some extra money, or do you know anybody that would like to host a girls' night in exchange for some free product? And they may say, oh yeah, you know what, my friend would be great at this, my friend really needs this, or my friend loves to host, we always go to her house for, you know, wine night or whatever, and great, why don't you know, let's hook that up. Let me get her name and number, or her email, or suggest us friends on Facebook, and maybe we can work something out. That'd be great. The other thing that could happen is they could say, well, yeah, I'm interested, I want some free stuff, this looks really cool, and I just don't want to pay for it. So that's another thing that might happen. So that's another thing. So make sure you're asking for referrals, and you use those drawing slips to get their info. Get them on your newsletter, your mailing list. That gives you an opportunity to touch base with them a lot. Not only that monthly newsletter, but also you could send them random messages at any time. The other cool thing you can do is, if you have old catalogs, old flyers, those scent of the month flyers, if you aren't real good about handing them out and you end up with piles and piles of old scent of the month flyers, those are a great way to get your name out there all over the place in some random places that may or may not result in customers. So in Florida, there are a ton of apartment communities. So if there are apartment communities where you live, walk into their office with your little basket of bars visible, because I always carry my big basket of bars. People inevitably will want you to hang out so they can sniff. And take with you those flyers, maybe attach a small little bitty sample of wax, just enough to sniff it. or the sticky sticker, the smelly stickers. Those are great too. And take those in there with your information stuck all over them. You may or may not put a big sticker on the front. I like to put a sticker that says, call me for a current catalog. If you're interested in this, I've got more, something like that. Take them to your apartment community offices with your Scentsy basket in tow. Ask them if they have move-in packets for their new residents, and can you leave some stuff for their move-in packet. You know, you're growing your business in the area, or you're new to the area, they don't have to know otherwise. And you've got some flyers, and if they'd like to include these in their moving gifts, you know, you would love that. By the way, I happen to have samples for everybody. Here's a little gift for you all. Thank you so much for including me in your moving packets. And I'll see you in a few weeks. And the key to those is to go back every couple of weeks, and you become a regular in the office. You become a familiar face, and when you walk in, they know you're coming. They know you've got a basket of bars for them to sniff. You know, they know you have new samples for them to have, and they get excited to see you. And your purpose to go there, not only are you bringing gifts for them in the terms of samples, but you are going to check on their moving packets. Do you need any more flyers for your moving packet? Or are you out? Or do you have plenty? You have plenty? Great. Oh, by the way, I've got extra samples. Here you go. Everybody gets a sample. Thanks, and see you next time. It may happen quickly. It may take time. But over time, those people in the office, like I said, they're going to get to know you. They're going to like you. They're going to trust you. They're going to look forward to seeing you. And eventually, they're going to start ordering from you if they don't already from the beginning. But it takes time sometimes to build the relationships up. And you have to be a consistent face in offices when you do that kind of business. But that can be true in any office. If you have a doctor's office or a dentist's office that you go to infrequently, maybe you bring samples the next time you come. And guess what though? You've got to go follow up. A couple weeks later, go check on those people. Hey, I've got happen to have some new samples. I thought I'd drop them by for you guys. Hope you're having a great day. Bye, see you later. It doesn't have to be a stop to see if they want to buy stuff. It's just a stop to say hi and for them to see your face again and remember you. Oh, I have hearts. I love that. Y'all can do some more of that. That's pretty cool. I didn't know it did that. Heart, heart, heart. So just remember that when you go to visit businesses and offices, things like that, make sure you are going there with the intention of building relationships with those people and letting them see your face. You want them to, like I said, look forward to seeing you. So you're just popping in to say hi. You happen to have some extra samples you wanted to leave them, and you just wanted to make sure they had a great day. The sales and the business with those people will come over time and when you are consistent with those visits. So if you're struggling getting new customers and getting people to do stuff, you've got to put yourself out there. You've got to say, okay, I'm going to go to this business, and this business consistently, or one business a week, and I'm going to make that rotation schedule, and I'm going to go visit these people and build some relationships and see if they bite. They will. I promise they will eventually. So this business, it can be a hobby. It'll pay you as a hobby. If you're just kind of hanging out and having fun with Scentsy, it's going to pay you that way. But if you want a business, like a real job paycheck from this business, you've got to work it like a job. You've got to put some time in and put some work in and do some things that maybe you don't necessarily want to, but every now and then. And it doesn't take very long, guys. I went to apartment community today. I popped in with my basket and I gave them all new samples. And they hijacked my basket and sniffed. They bought my indigo set. I've got to replace that now. Another 6-pack of wax, and somebody else bought a $100 worth of 6-packs. So I walked out with $150, and I just went in to say hi, to visit. I was in town, got some samples here, check it out. And I always walk out with sales from that office, but it's because I go once or twice a month to see those people. So the other way you can get great sales, and if you're really struggling and need some connection and not sure where to go, there are schools all over you, all over where you live, right? So go to the school's websites, and there's a list of staff emails. Find out who's the coaches, who coaches sports, who does the clubs and organizations, bands, choruses, sports teams, even classes, freshman class advisors, things like that, they all need to raise money. All of them. They need to raise money. So email them and find out, say, hey, I've got a new business I'm looking to grow in the area, and I am looking to do some fundraisers and help some groups and organizations raise money for their causes or for their whatevers, and see if they're interested. You might send 100 emails, and if you do, you're not going to get 100 yeses and responses from those people. Just remember that. You might get 2. You might get 5. You just never know. But you're not going to get any yeses unless you try a few. So find a couple of schools. Email the principal. Sometimes you can do a school-wide fundraiser that they're looking to do. Find some PTA contacts and message those people and say, hey, I'm available for a fundraiser. If you know any groups and organizations that need to raise money, I would love to help. And you just never know who you might run into and who you might find that needs that. A fundraiser is a great way to get a lot of contacts very quickly. The only downside is they don't know who you are. You just happen to be the coordinator, touch base person. So the follow-up on those fundraisers is key to building relationships and long-term customers and repeat business. So hope those are a few tips. I've been on for a while and it looks like the kids are coming soon, so I will hang up now. So get out there with your drawing slips. Remember, would you like to be on my email newsletter? Why don't you fill this slip out? I'll get you on the mailing list. Do you know anybody who might be interested in hosting their friends for a fun night so I can give them some free Scentsy? Maybe that's them. Who knows? Go visit some offices. Take some samples. Drop off some flyers that they could leave. It doesn't even have to be an apartment community. It could be a business that just has like a rack of stuff, and you can be like, can I leave my flyers here? By the way, here's a sample for you guys too. So leave stuff in offices or businesses, and then call up schools, groups, organizations, PTAs, and find out who needs to raise money. That's so 4 great ways to go find some new customers, grow your business this summer, stay busy. Stay busy. Remember, momentum is key, and once you have that momentum, you got to keep it going, because if you stop, your business will stop, paycheck will stop. So if you want a paycheck, work your business. Hope you guys are having a great week. Go find those opportunities and do good stuff. We will talk to you all again very soon.